What's going on? So you're serious about, being rich. Listen, that's good, but do you read? Because listen, that's the number one factor that's going to make you rich is your self-education. So the root word of education is educe, which means to bring out of oneself. And the only way you're going to do that is if you're really focused on increasing your mental capacity because your mind creates everything in your life. Okay. So if you're not feeding it continual information, how do you expect to improve your circumstances? Everything is created in your mind. Everything is created in your mind. Once again, everything is created in your mind. You want to change your day, change your thinking. It's it's very simple. It's extremely simple. Is it easy? No. No. Thinking's the hardest job a human could ask for. Thinking is what sets humans apart from any other species, right? It's this consciousness that we all share, and the subconscious thoughts that you don't understand, right? Thinking is the hardest job a human could ask for, but it's also the most impactful job. Okay, so I wrote this little sticky note. You must be rich in the mind before the world of form respects your vision. You need to be rich here before you can be rich in the physical world. The physical world will respect your thoughts. Like seriously. If you think of one, the absolute absurdity of your birth. Think of that. How the world, how you have come to exist, the chance events that you exist. Listen, some statistics would say, wow, this is a very significant p value, right? Like, this is something must be happening, right? So you're here for a reason, okay? And you control everything in your head. Okay, and it sounds cliche. You're like, oh, I've heard this 1,400 times. Okay, have you acted on it? Have you acted on it? Have you seriously seen what difference it makes if you change your thinking? If you stop being directed by your ego and submit to the higher power that is life? Have you ever actually done it? Are you continually feeding your mind good information? Reading is the first step in getting rich. I promise you that. Seriously. If you are serious about getting rich, you need to read. That is a non-negotiable. Okay? Reading will make you rich. Rich is in the mind. It's not some physical designer clothes. It's not. It's a mindset. It's a mindset in the way you portray yourself in life. And being physically healthy, if you're physically healthy and have a mindset, a way of thinking, a way of operating in your own internal life, you are rich. That is the difference. It's not some way someone perceives you. No, it's your thought processes in your head is what makes you rich. Okay? And the material world will respect this. You will have the things you want, but it all starts here. Right? The world of form is created by the world of thought. Okay? And the way to improve your thinking, the way to broaden your perspectives is by reading. This is the number one way to broaden your perspectives. Yes, you can travel, and I think that's great. Awesome. But anyone can travel for basically free. You can go find free books anywhere and broaden your mind because that is what takes you to where you want to be. It's your mind, and it will always be your mind. Okay? So you should be proud to be a nerd annotating books because guess what? You're getting fucking rich. Okay? That's the difference. These people that are ignorant, scrolling, it's getting them nowhere. It's distraction. Okay? You get rich here, and it will always be here. It's a mindset. It's a continual mindset and thinking uphill. Okay? Because your thoughts want to go downhill, just like water, right? We pour out water, it's going to go downhill, just like your thoughts. Energy wants to flow hot to cold. That's how thermodynamics works. That's how thinking works. Your basis mode of thinking is negative, right? Humans had to survive from lions. That's where you evolved from. Some you're not immune to what you evolved from or your generational thoughts, right? Or the larger picture of society. You're not separate. And the sooner you accept this and lessen your ego and submit to the higher force that is life, the things will just come to you. Okay? So, listen, if someone tells you they're rich, second guess it. Okay? If someone acts like they're rich, right? Or portrays themselves as being rich, listen, all you need to know is being rich is an individual sport, and it always will be. It doesn't even matter if you're married to someone. It seriously doesn't. It's always an individual sport. Always. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, if you do not spend time reading books, any book, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, anything written by someone else that is living the exact same reality. Doesn't even matter when it's written. The classics, Homer, whatever you want. Any book is feeding your mind something, right? And what does your mind create? Your mind creates everything. Your mind creates your entire reality. Okay? So if you actually want to see change in your life and actually get rich, it happens in your mind first, and it doesn't ever change. These people living in penthouses, guess what? They think differently. Okay? They think differently. That's the only difference. It's the way you think. Okay? It doesn't matter your situation in life. Okay? Necessarily. Obviously, listen, health is... You have to be grateful for health. But outside of that, it's in your head. It's seriously in your head. Okay? And I'm going to reiterate. How do you improve your thought processes? How do you widen your brain? How do you widen your horizon, your perspective? It's through reading. That is the best way to do it. It's not academic reading, by the way. It's self-driven reading. And I'm telling you, books come into your life at the perfect time. It's something magical. You read the right book when you need to read that book. The hardest thing is just starting. Read the first book, and then it takes you 3 months to read the second. Guess what? It's not a race, but if you don't start, you're not going to get anywhere. Listen, you should be fired up to read. I understand it's like, I could just watch TikTok. I could just scroll on Instagram. Yeah, you could. Guess what? Remember, that's how your thoughts flow to the easy things. It's really, really easy to sit on your phone and scroll. It takes zero mental bandwidth. Zero. Right? That's the easy thing. Reading isn't that hard. Right? If you can actually focus for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. An entire day. 10 minutes will change the way you think. And it's a massive advantage because most people don't read that much. They're just staying stagnant in what they think is right. Listen, I'm not saying I'm some genius. Reading actually makes you aware of how much you don't know. Okay? But what I do know is that wealth is created in the head. It's in the mind. It's always a mindset. Always will be. And it completely controls your reality. Once again, the world of form is created by the world of thought. How do you improve your thoughts? You improve your thoughts by widening your mental bandwidth. How do you do that? Directly. You read books. You read research articles. I would honestly stay away from like news and stuff, but that's just me. I'm saying like books that were like published and reviewed and edited and drafted. Yeah, that's the number one step. Okay? If you're young, if you're old, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You need to read, and I promise you, it is so much more fulfilling than mindlessly distracting yourself. Mindlessly scrolling through videos looking for the next right answer. You know the right answers. You know them. I guarantee you, if you stop scrolling for 5 minutes and looked at a wall, you'd be like, oh, I should probably do this. Right? Oh, I've been putting this off. I'm not even talking about read. I'm just saying in life, you got to stop distracting yourself all the time. Slow down, be bored for a bit. Do something boring like reading. I promise you, the results, you'll be amazed. You will be amazed. And dude, I get chills finishing books now. And it sounds like, once again, I don't care how it sounds. I really don't care. I could talk your ear off about reading because I know it's making me rich. Okay? So that's it. That's all I'm telling you. I'm being completely honest. You need to read if you want to set yourself apart or set yourself up to succeed. And you're like, how does this apply? It doesn't. It applies in ways you can't even think of right now. It applies in ways you cannot imagine. Okay? Because it just applies yourself to a higher power is reading. Like seriously, it connects you to this cycle of consciousness that we all share because someone had to put their thoughts on a page. You are seeing those thoughts, relating it to your own experience, and then you grow in your experience by sharing other people's experiences. It's just okay. Last thing, reading is the first step you need to take to get rich. Reading is the first step you need to take to be rich, and don't have anyone else motivate you to do it. Don't have some threat if you don't do it. You should be hyped up and excited to get rich because that's what reading does. I am serious. You're not going to know how right away, and you're going to think it's probably useless, after your first 10 books. And you're like, 10 books? I've never read 10 books in my life. Listen. A lot of people think 3 miles is a lot. A lot of people think 3 miles is, oh my gosh, I could never run 3 miles. Until you do. And then it's 6. And then it's 24. Okay? You need to start. And you need to not quit. You need to start and you need to not quit. Reading will make you rich. And come back. Read 10 books this year. 10. Next year, read 11. Look, you've already read 21 books. It's not a rush. Nobody's perfect. But reading will make you rich. All right, I'll see you later. Let's go.